Well, is anybody surprised? Is anybody surprised that we have a presidential pardon from Joe Biden to his son? Are you surprised? It's just another abuse of the power. It's just a final insult to the American people by this president and his unbelievably horrible administration. He's decimated the country. He's made millions of dollars off of you and me, taxpayers. In a 50-year career, he's a multimillionaire, and he's done nothing but lie and siphon money that the American public has put into our government. And now, after answering this question over and over again, no, I'm not going to pardon him. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let the justice system work its way out. I'm going to honor the American justice system. He comes out and says his own Department of Justice has unfairly attacked his son. Really? So your Justice Department actually does that. They unfairly go after individuals that have no blame. Does this sound familiar to anybody? Seems awfully familiar. I'm pretty sure we've heard this over and over and over again. There's one thing that I will say about Joe Biden. I don't like him. I don't agree with anything he's done. He has decimated the middle class. He has failed all of us continually in the 50 years he's been in government. He is the epitome of what the swamp is all about. And he has finally, with this act, betrayed the office that he holds by pardoning somebody for his own personal gain. There's no other way. There's no other way to come to any other conclusion but that. I get it. I have children. But I'm not going to compromise my ethics or my standing or whatever the circumstance may be if my children have done something wrong. They were brought up to have accountability and a conscience and be responsible and take on anything as a consequence for their actions. Obviously, Joe and Jill Biden did not teach Hunter Biden those morals and teach him to have a conscience. And now Joe, a sitting president, has pardoned somebody for his own personal interests. That's an insult to the presidency of the United States. So if he's going to pardon his son, I think every single person that's sitting in jail from the ridiculous, treasonous actions created by Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer for January 6th, they shall be released. They should be pardoned too. What an insult to the presidency of the United States. But could we really expect anything less from the worst president in American history, from the worst vice president in American history, who have decimated this country, who've merely destroyed the middle class, who have let in over 20 million illegals to flood into our society, murder our children, murder our young adults, rape, pillage, destroy our communities? For what end? Political power. That's what it was all about. Political power. Staying in power to continue to stuff their pockets with hard-earned Americans' money. continue to be leeches on our government and out on each and every one of us. That's what the struggle was for, to keep that power. It wasn't about you and me. Never was about you and me. It was about them keeping their power and knowing the one person who will not be bought was their political opponent, and their judicial system was weaponized against them. Him, us, MAGA, those who want America to be great again. It's just another example of a Democrat who has broken the law, who has gotten away with it again. And this time, pardoned by the President of the United States. You really have put the final note on your epitaph, President Biden. This will be forever the final thing that people look at in your 50-year career, is you knew your son was guilty and you pardoned him because you had the power of the presidency of the United States. And you abused that power for your own personal gain again. 50 years of it. Praise the Lord that it is finally coming to an end. You will go down as the worst president in American history, bar none.